Hello.
Welcome back to the DNM podcast, Movie Nights podcast, with your co-hosts
Micah.
and Dion.
Woo! Woo!
Who's excited?
We're both excited.
What episode?
11.
11. We are crushing goals here on the podcast. We're glad you're here with us. Subscribe, comment, like, share it with your friends. This is going to be a heater.
A heater, like an item that you use to heat a room.
It's going to be a good one.
Oh, it's going to be a good one. What are we doing today?
We are reviewing the new Spider-Man movie. Micah, what's the title of the movie?
I was really hoping you would remember that. A brand new day? Why is it?
Spider-Man. Featuring...
Zendaya.
Weird one just to start with. Tom Holland.
Thomas Hollandus.
With Zendaya. Mark Ruffalo.
Florence Pugh.
Florence and the Machine.
No. I think we're running out of cast members.
Micah, why don't you tell us a bit about this movie? Had you seen the trailers? Had you looked at any of the material going into this movie?
Yes, I had looked at the trailer going into the movie, and it ended up being a bit different to what I was expecting based on the trailer.
Fascinating. I had looked at nothing, so tell me, why do you think the movie differed from the trailer?
I think in a good way, because I think the trailer very much centered on, the fact that there had been the snap and that
snap?
After
Endgame?
Yeah.
Oh, mate, we're 6 movies past that.
No, I know, but the basis of the trailer was about Spider-Man trying to get back his relationship with MJ and... What's the name of his pal?
Ned.
Ned, thank you. Trying to get back his relationship with them. There was really...
But that wasn't post-snap, that was just... that was post-Mysterio. Right?
Oh, sorry, post-Mysterio. In any case... that was the focus of the trailer, whereas in the movie there is a villain that he is trying to deal with, which forms a major part of the plot as well. So there was more to it than what was in the trailer. So I just want to say kudos to Marvel, because you actually made a good trailer that didn't give everything away.
From what I'm hearing, this movie is breaking lots of records. People are super excited to see Spider-Man back on the big screen. Bit of a revival for the Marvel genre. It's been a bit lackluster. I mean, there's a cameo from a Thunderbolts star. I needed to be reminded of that because I was like, who the heck is this lass?
Florence Pugh.
Oh, Florence Pugh, of course, the Russian lady. If you hadn't told me she was from Thunderbolts, I would not have remembered. Anyway, she was in the movie. Tom Holland,
totally honest,
Zendaya, the bloke who plays Ned. You know what? It makes for some... Oh, yeah. Anyway, we'll get there.
Should we talk about the plot?
Yes. Tell me about it.
Well, Spider-Man is kind of flying solo. He's on his own. His only companion really is his computer, who is there to help him and advise him. He has some issues with his arachnid hormone levels that are kind of rising up and supposedly taking over his human hormone levels. That is causing him to become sensorily overloaded and not able to be his Spidey self.
Well, yes, he's becoming more of a spider.
Yeah. And not in a good way.
Yes. Man's got rage.
And he...
It's like when you hit a spider with the bug spray, but the bug spray is home brand, so it doesn't quite kill the spider. And then instead of the spider dying, it just starts running at you and jumping at you, and you're just like, mate, just ducking and weaving.
Mm-hmm.
That's happened at least twice. Scary stuff. Let me know in the comments if that's happened to you.
Relatable content. Sponsor us. If you're a high quality bug spray brand and you would like to sponsor us, please let us know.
I'm happy to upgrade from home brand bug spray to something that actually works. But speaking of upgrades to the podcast, How's the lighting this episode, guys? We didn't even touch on that. We've blown the budget on this one. We've upgraded the lighting. Hopefully it's slightly better. This is nighttime, so if it's decent and you can't tell that it's nighttime, then I guess that's a win. I'm seeing lots of lights over here and lights over there, and we're trying to upgrade the production.
Level up the production experience.
We're trying to make it more enjoyable for you, our audience, here at the Movie Nights podcast with D&M.
Would you like to talk about your overall impressions?
Now, when you say overall impressions, what do you mean? What do you want from me?
Just your kind of one-liner of what you thought of the movie.
The movie was slow but enjoyable, sad but enjoyable, and an easy watch.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, I didn't think the pacing was too bad, but I do think it was on the longer side. We could have had a little bit of trimming, but I didn't think it was outrageous. You felt it was too slow?
Not that it was too slow. It was a long movie. I mean, you're taking time out of your day, your work day, to go see this movie.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, and then you come back, and then by the time you sit through 15 minutes of credits to see the end scene, it's bloody been 5 hours, and you're like, oh.
We've got things to do.
Yeah.
I thought this movie was better than I expected.
Okay.
The question I always have to ask myself with any of these Marvel reboots and whatever is like, was this movie essential? And I would probably say no. Like, could we have lived without this movie? Yeah, we probably could have. But
that is super fair.
I'm still very happy to have it. Like, I am totally getting why people are enjoying Spider-Man being back on the screen. Tom Holland, he's a very likable actor. He brings something interesting to the Spider-Man role, and I'm very happy to see it.
Yes, I echo those comments. Thinking back to the movie, what did it actually add to the franchise? I'm not quite sure. We got lots of fun characters in this movie. I say lots, a few.
Well, I guess the thing is now they have made a suggestion in the closing credits scene about where Spider-Man will go to next.
Should we talk about the end credits
scene?
Look, you've sat through 15 minutes of credits. You see the end scene. Micah, tell us about it.
It is literally like a 5 or 10 second shot of the Spidey tracker app, and it shows that Spider-Man has been located on some other planet that is not Earth.
Holy smokes. Now, whilst sitting here waiting to record the podcast, I saw a brief interview with Andrew Garfield where he's asked about it, and saying, oh, well, it's an off-world Spider-Man, that's not you. And he said, nah, I know nothing about it. And then he says, so it's Tobey Maguire then? And he says, well, maybe. So I don't know the lore behind the end credits, but the interviewer seemed to suggest that means that either Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire or Miles Morales, is coming back.
Wait, I'm going to be really naive. What's the deal with Miles Morales?
He's another Spider-Man.
Wait, is he?
He's the animated one.
Oh. Wait, he's the animated one, but he would come back for...
Well, he's been in movies.
Oh, okay.
I think he's had 2 movies now, Miles. Good old Miles.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
Anyway, so that'll be interesting.
Fair.
What did you... Are you excited to see Spider-Man off-world?
I don't know.
We've seen it before. We've seen him in Avengers. He's been off-world. He's been battling Thanos. He's been with old mate Doctor Strange. Is he even still around? Who knows? I can't remember what happened in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
It's all a bit of a blip.
It gets messy. After Endgame, it starts to get messy.
Yes. Do you know what? I think the Spider-Man character has grown on me, though.
Oh, really? Wait, you weren't hot on it?
Well, no. Like, I remember I watched the Tobey Maguire ones back in the day, and I did enjoy those. Andrew Garfield, I never really got around. But Tom Holland, he seems like a cool guy.
Yeah, I think to me, he like very much embodies the Spider-Man character, and like in this one, I think the way that he is a bit more mature and a bit older now, like it did fit with the plot, like it did make sense, you know. He very much has that childish kind of energy.
Should we talk about the very clear undertone of the movie?
This theme, I guess, of like the human connection being important for him to like maintain the balance of his Spidiness and his humanness.
No,
Is
like
that what
just
you're thinking?
like in society, like what the message was.
That we have this like lack of connection with other people. Is that what you're getting
at? No. I've written here in my notes that the obvious underlying tone of the movie was to feel comfortable being your own person and not change yourself for anybody.
Oh, I didn't actually kind of get that.
I thought that was blatantly obvious, and I've got...
What made you take that away?
So I've got some spoilers. So I've got, you know, obviously Jean Grey in the movie. Love that.
Oh,
actress, I don't know if that's the right choice. Jean Grey, like going back to X-Men days, you know, like we want the OG stuff. But anyway, so I don't know if I'm skipping too far ahead, but in any case, so Jean Grey is doing a madness, and then all it takes is Aunt May to just be like, yo, it's okay, bro, I'm here for you, and, you know, you just be yourself, and it's all good. And Jean Grey's like, yeah, I guess I'm just gonna chill out now. But then also you got the inhibitors. So like Hulk's got an inhibitor, Spider-Man's got an inhibitor, and it's like trying to alter who they are, and it's like, well, you don't need those. You could just be yourself, and you don't need to change yourself for nobody. Inhibitor's bad. Don't try and alter yourself. So I felt like that was pretty
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I think I was really focused a lot on the relationship between MJ, Ned, and Spidey. But yeah, you're totally right.
Yeah, it was interesting. Like, it was quite depressing. Like, obviously Spider-Man's, as you said, he's all by himself, and he wants to be pals with, you know, MJ and Ned, and he's just trying to be aloof. It's interesting, but, you know, okay, well, let's talk about some of the characters that are in this. Let's start with Scorpion. Tell me about Scorpion.
Scorpion?
He was the bloke from the start of the movie.
I don't super remember him.
Yeah, I also didn't, but I thought maybe that was a big deal. Anyway, I've written in my notes here, don't know anything about him from the comics. Lame-o in the movie.
He's like kind of a B-Tech Doc Ock.
Kind of, yeah, but obviously the person doing the mind tricks uses Scorpion because, you know, Scorpion, I have no idea the significance, but it felt like a big deal, I guess. You know, tell me about the two big side characters, so the main villain and then the kind of anti-hero side piece.
Well, we had Jean Grey as the main villain.
As the main villain. Do you remember Jean Grey?
From anything?
Yes.
No, literally, you had to explain it to me. I mean, I still need it explained.
Yeah. Look, up until I knew it was Jean Grey, I thought the character was kind of lame, right? Because, like, she can manipulate people's minds and kind of phase into them and control people and whatnot. And you're like, okay. I mean, Spider-Man's getting his ass handed to him in the first half of the movie by Jean Grey. And you're like, okay, yeah, it's kind of a lame watch, though. And then only towards the very end, well, no, that's not true. About halfway through the movie, you find out that they're like, oh, I know who this person is. It's Jean Grey. And I'm like, holy smokes, it's Jean Grey. Because obviously I've seen Jean Grey, well, some in the comics, but mostly from the X-Men movies with Hugh Jackman, Australian legend. And I thought, well, my recollection of Jean Grey in those movies was, yeah, this chick has the powers. She's a force to be reckoned with. So once I knew that it was Jean Grey, I saw the character with a different lens. I took her more seriously.
Because who plays her in the original?
That is a great question that I do not know the answer to.
But someone that you preferred to...
Yes, well, you know... So who plays Jean Grey in this movie?
Sadie Sink.
Okay, I'll pull up...
Because are they... What is the explanation for why...
So that's Jean Grey in the movies.
Okay.
Played by Famke Janssen. Anyway, she looks more serious.
She looks older.
She does. Obviously, you know, teeny movie, Tom Holland, gotta get Zendaya and everyone's gotta be young. But in any case, they had Cyclops in there and Hugh Jackman was trying to get in there and, oh man, good times. X-Men movies, just a bit of fun.
Are we assuming that we're okay with Jean Grey being a different actress because we're in the multiverse? Is that what we're saying?
I guess, the last time Jean Grey was in a movie was like X-Men 3, which is probably 2005.
Right.
So we're talking probably 20 years. Right. So if you thought she was a bit older then, she's much older now. So I'm not surprised they recasted to go someone slightly younger and more in line with Tom Holland. And I guess it made sense with her backstory, the sisters, and because there's the Sarah Grey and sister pals and all that goes on.
Because are we thinking that the Jean Grey that's in this movie becomes the Jean Grey that is in the X-Men movies?
Well, that's no.
No. We're in the multiverse. They're different Jean Greys.
Yes, that's a great point that you raise. I can only assume because this Jean Grey in Spider-Man is younger than the Jean Grey that is in X-Men. But canon-wise, it doesn't really make sense because stuff that's happened in the MCU doesn't really track, so it would have to be a different Jean Grey.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
That's a great point.
Okay.
So separate, because obviously the X-Men movies, I'm pretty sure were owned by Fox, right? Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but X-Men, same with Fantastic Four, owned by Fox, and then obviously Disney and Marvel have bought them out. Fantastic Four definitely. X-Men, I guess that makes sense because they had obviously Wolverine and Deadpool, and I don't know, X-Force has been hinted at Comic-Con, so yeah.
Because with all of these stories in the comics, like Spider-Man and whatever, there are kind of different iterations of their narrative,
yeah,
right?
Of course. Yeah, definitely.
But I don't know, it does kind
of... But it's all Marvel.
Yeah, I don't know if it makes me sad, but I do find it a bit funny that the way that these characters can have their story be told is contingent on these commercial dealings with now we own Fox, so now we can tell this story.
Look, at some point you just have to be content is content. Do I enjoy it? Yes or no? And I think whilst I thought that Jean Grey, I only enjoyed the Jean Grey character because I knew it was Jean Grey. If they had called her, I don't know, Seismic Mega Toad, I would have been this sucks. But I do like Jean Grey and I respect the powers that Jean Grey possesses. Tell me about the anti-hero, the sidekick to Spider-Man in this movie.
Oh, is this the older guy?
Yes, who is?
I can't think of his name. Isn't that awful?
It's the Punisher.
Oh, the Punisher.
I can't remember the name of the actor who plays this guy. I'm pretty sure he's got a standalone Punisher movie these days, or maybe it's a TV show. In any case, I have not seen it. I've seen some of the older Punisher movies or movie. Man, that was so. I thought it was a fine addition to this movie. I thought they, as in Punisher and Spider-Man, bounced off each other well. I thought they complemented each other. It was a nice little contrast. Similar to Deadpool and Cable. Kind of had that dynamic. You had the kind of whimsical one and the serious one.
I was gonna say one thing about this movie that I agree with is like it was definitely a bit darker in terms of like the general tone. Like it wasn't sort of as lighthearted or whatever. And I think that was one of my dislikes, if anything, about the movie was there wasn't that kind of sense of humor to the same extent as I think there has been in some of the previous movies. Like there's a few lines in there that he has like before one of the final fight scenes, he has a bit where he goes like, oh, I just need to stretch, like I'm not 21 anymore or whatever. And just like there were a few bits where you could see they were trying to go for the laugh, but I think because the whole movie had been quite serious, I like didn't really laugh out loud in the same way that I have in some of the previous Tom Holland Spider-Man movies.
I think that's fair. Yeah, I also don't recall laughing at that line. I remember that line. Yeah, but it wasn't ha-ha funny. I agree. So you're telling me about some of your dislikes. Tell me, do you have an overarching dislike? Let's do the dislikes first.
I did say, that the sense of humour was one of them. Okay, now you're going to have to explain to me. We had a whole...
I will do my best.
...thing about these ninja characters that were dressed in the red costumes.
I have no idea of their significance.
Okay. If you know, please inform us in the comments. But
Yes.
I was like, do I care about these characters? Do I not? I'm not saying like I hated them or whatever, but I just didn't know the significance of them, and it seemed like they should have been important, but I just didn't know why they were important.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. Just samurai looking dudes, and samurais are cool and they know what they're doing, and when supernatural people possess them, they are strong.
That's the thing with all these kind of crossovers and cameos in the MCU
There's
now.
a lot of assumed knowledge.
There's a lot of
days.
assumed knowledge, and the learning curve is so steep. So it's like, is this a thing that has not been introduced, or is this a thing that I just haven't been introduced to? Yeah.
Fair.
My other dislike that I wrote down was Florence Pugh, as in that character, the Russian character.
Oh yeah, God, that was awful.
I was just gonna say, I feel like they were trying...
Florence Pugh, hang up the boots.
Well, here's the thing. I actually love...
It's time.
I love Florence Pugh, but
this character
I'm not loving the character.
Stinks.
I think...
Wait, is Florence Pugh like actually Russian, or is that just her?
No,
acting?
she's doing an accent.
Oh,
yeah.
Brother. It's time. The character sucks. That movie sucked. Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
What we're talking about here. It made no sense in this movie. How's she got intel that Spider-Man doesn't have? I have no idea. Brother, if anyone's going to know stuff, it's Spider-Man. How's this random chick in some fake Avengers... Just wrap it up, guys.
Yeah,
you did your one movie. It was crap. Let's disband the new Avengers. It's time. Let it go. That was some of... To be fair, I actually didn't note that. I had some notes about some of the acting and some of the weaker acting. I didn't have her written down, but that was one of them.
What were your dislikes in terms of the acting?
My main critique on the acting... I thought the acting overall was actually pretty good. I did think, which you won't be able to understand this, but I did think that Jean Grey character was pretty weak.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like, she's supposed to be young, which you've pointed out, which I agree. It's a younger version of that character. Not... She doesn't turn into the X-Men Jean Grey, but it's just she didn't feel very believable as someone who has the amount of power that she does. Like, obviously, towards the end of the movie, she exerts a bit of it, but she just kind of feels a bit lame. I don't know. Maybe if you're 16, you think she's cool, but, who watches the MCU when you're... Like, if you're 16 years old right now, like, realistically, the people who watch the MCU are our age. I'm sure there are people that would be 16 and watch the movie, but, like, I'm sure haven't watched... I saw a stat that said if you want to watch Avengers Doomsday between now August 3rd, and the release date of the movie, which is in December, you need to watch approximately 2 hours and 5 minutes of content per day, every day from now until then, to be caught up. Which seems, it's like 300 hours worth of content. So, I don't think 16-year-olds are doing that.
Yeah, I saw the same thing, actually.
Oh, really? Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Do you think that you automatically would have enjoyed the Jean Grey character more in this if it had been an older actor?
100%. I thought the casting choice was wrong.
Yeah, okay.
She felt too. She didn't have to be Gen Z. It kind of makes sense, like with her sister. She's the Sarah Grey has some powers. She gets captured and tortured and whatnot, and then Jean Grey is the younger sister who has more powers. Like, that's just how the story goes. And you know, she's trying to avenge her older sister and whatnot, but I don't know. It's like when they replaced what's her face, Mystique. They replaced Rebecca Romijn or whatever her name is with Jennifer Lawrence. Like, Jennifer Lawrence is a fine actress, but the OG Mystique, banger.
I found it interesting because the actress who plays Jean Grey in this, Sadie Sink, she, I think, is originally probably became famous for Stranger Things.
Who does she play in Stranger Things?
I don't know what the character's name is, but anyway.
Never
and
seen
then
it. Shout out to Daryl if you're watching.
I know her because she was in the Taylor Swift All Too Well 10 music video. So she played Taylor Swift, like baby Taylor Swift, in the All Too Well 10 video. That's what I know her from. So when I saw her playing Jean Grey in this, I couldn't unsee her as the All Too Well 10.
No idea.
She has a very young face, even though she's older now. Like,
I should have thought of who would have been a better casting choice, but in any case, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, she's not the draw for the movie.
Do you know, like, thinking more out loud about the chronology of these movies, the thing that's interesting is in Thunderbolts, isn't there the whole bit about the guy who's the evil character who gets the powers suddenly, right?
I literally can't remember that movie at all. Okay,
that's probably good. But basically, at the end, the evil guy who suddenly gets all these horrendous powers, he exists, right? And then the new Avengers conquer him, right? On this timeline of the Spider-Man movie, Russian Girl is now continuing on to help Spidey, right?
Okay.
And Spidey is being told that, isn't it interesting that there's a government organization that is basically trying to study your powers potentially, so that if you become out of control or out of line, they can, like, clamp down on you.
Yeah, but
it doesn't really make sense for those two things to, like, coexist in the same sort of time frame. But
I have a question.
Yes.
Tom Holland and Zendaya, are they a couple at the moment?
They just got married
They just got
recently.
married?
Wait, you knew this, right?
But I swear they were together for, like, one of the Spider-Mans, and then they broke up.
Nah.
And then they got back to... I feel like they just always do something, like, around Spider-Man releases to promote it.
No, they're always together.
So they've never broken up?
Not that I'm aware of.
Maybe I'm just reading into, like, Twitter beef or something.
Yeah, I don't know where that's come from. But yeah, no, they've been together for ages.
Okay.
Wait, did you have any other acting notes?
No.
Oh, okay. So just those two characters you weren't loving?
Yes.
Did you have any other dislikes?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I have a worst scene.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a worst scene?
I had a trouble with this, but there was a bit that I didn't love, which was the new character, Spidey's pal, what's his name?
Punisher.
Yes. There was a scene kind of when they first sort of reunite, where they're like having a bit of a scrap,
Mhm.
like Zendaya's with Spidey and he's up on the balcony and they're just like kind of saying useless lines at each other.
Just a bit of fun, you know, a bit of banter. He saved him and Montego Bay or something.
Yeah, I just thought it was a bit.
It gives you a bit of it gives you an insight into the relationship the two characters have.
Yeah, just the script could have been a bit timed up. Anyway,
so that was your worst scene.
What was your worst scene? Here
Do
we
you know?
go.
I'm actually sick of movies doing this.
Okay.
Particularly superhero movies. My worst scene was when Spider-Man realizes that he's helped the bad guys. So he's helped capture Jean Grey, and then he's like, oh no, Jean Grey is actually not necessarily a bad guy. She was just trying to save her sister. Like, brother, this happens like every movie, I swear to God. Does no one ask any questions? Like, so Jean Grey's like, yeah, I need to get VMAX. What the heck is VMAX? I'm trying to get VMAX. If she just said to Spider-Man, yo, bro, I'm just trying to save my sister. These guys captured her. Spider-Man's like, oh, bless. What? Spider-Man just blindly does anything, and he's like, oh no, I've accidentally helped the bad guys. It's just ridiculous. Like, just ask some questions. You're literally chatting to her face to face, like, or through other people technically, but like, brother, like, well, that's also on Jean Grey. Like, bro, just be clear about, like, why do you have to hide that you're trying to save your sister? It's just stupid. Stupid. Sick of it.
Fair enough.
Absolutely sick of it.
Fair enough.
There needs to be more communication, less just blind following of the rules. Like that dude from the defense school, I don't know, defense workplace, he was sus. And Spider-Man's just like, brother, I'll follow whatever you say, no worries. Like he was a walking red flag, and he's just like, yeah, sounds good.
If you would like a t-shirt that says better communication between evil and good characters, leave a comment.
But they're not even evil and good characters. They were both, Spider-Man's good, and Jean Grey wasn't necessarily evil. Obviously, she probably kills lots of people, but she was just trying to save her sister. And so her sister got captured and by these people, you know, the Strikers of the world. Striker's a dude who, from the X-Men movies, who captures all the mutants and wants to do experiments on them. So there you go. Connected the two universes. Nailed it. Yeah. I did write that down, though, as my worst scene.
Okay.
Because Spider-Man, classic, gullible again. Oh, Mysterio, here's the goggles that control all the drones. Oh, no, Mysterio's a bad guy. Ridiculous.
Fair.
Over and over and over and over again.
Yeah. Should we talk about some likes? Did you have any other dislikes?
No.
Okay.
I have a best scene.
Okay, amazing. Hit me.
My best scene. Thank God. Literal God for convincing the Marvel directors, Disney directors, to see sense regarding the Incredible Hulk.
Oh, okay. Why are we seeing sense?
I'm sick of the Smart Hulk.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Mark Ruffalo. Oh yeah, you're a Smart Hulk and you are not Hulk Smash.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And then you get the inhibitor removed, and then he goes back to OG Hulk, who just wants to smash everything and is just ruthless. That's sick. Easily the best scene in the movie.
Okay.
Overshadows anything Spider-Man does. Hulk for the win. Actual superhero. But Spider-Man was alright. Spider-Man's growing on me, but like, brother, it's the Hulk. Like, let's be real here. Smart Hulk, trash. Like, when they did him dirty. But then he becomes sick again and can just mess up the base. Love that. I like that that's now opened up the door for more cool Hulk content, because otherwise, whenever Hulk was on the screen, I wanted to rip my own eyes out.
I do enjoy Mark Ruffalo as well. I think he's probably not going to get enough props for this movie.
Who's your favourite Hulk?
I don't know the others well enough, so I'm just going to say Mark Ruffalo, because I do like him as an actor.
Okay, what about Edward Norton?
Yeah, I don't know really Edward Norton that well.
What about the Australian Eric Bana?
I don't know. Who's your favourite?
See, that's cool, right? Because Eric Bana plays Bruce Banner.
Oh, that is cool.
Different spelling, but I like what they did there. What about the OG Hulk, Lou Ferrigno?
I've never seen that. Okay, who's your favourite?
Do you know what? I'm going to say Eric Bana.
Oh, why?
I like Eric Bana. I saw him in a really crappy Australian film called The Forest.
Okay.
I actually can't remember what the movie was called, but in any case, he's just a typical Aussie bloke, and he got to play the Hulk. Brother, add that one to your resume. Like you've completed life.
What about him makes you prefer his portrayal over Mark Ruffalo?
He just looks cool. He looks Australian. He sounds Australian. It's Eric Bloody Bana.
Is he doing an Aussie accent in when he's playing the
I
Hulk?
can't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen that original Hulk movie. To be fair.
Okay.
But he just looks Aussie, and I like that.
Fair.
It's patriotism.
Fair enough. Shall I say my favourite scene?
Yes.
Which I'm actually...
Eric Bana, if you're watching, we would love to have you as a guest on the podcast.
Yeah.
I will travel to you.
Look,
if you're in Australia.
If any of the actors in the Spider-Man movie would like to be on the podcast...
I only want Eric Bana.
Okay.
Tom Holland, if you're watching, I don't want an interview with you.
I do.
I don't want you to guest appear on this podcast. I want Eric Bana on the next episode of the Movie Nights podcast with D&M. I will review any movie that you want.
Okay.
As an open invitation.
Okay. My favourite scene, which I was kind of surprised you didn't say, but I get it. You like the Hulk. Is when Ned is doing Lego with Spider-Man. When they're just like kind of...
Like Lego.
I know.
Do you know what? The Ned character's also grown on me.
Oh, yeah?
I thought he was a bit Samwise Gamgee.
Oh my gosh, definitely not. No.
But no, he's a real homie, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, I did write...
He's more Merry and Pippin than Samwise Gamgee.
He's his own man. I really appreciate what that actor has done with Ned, so thank you. I have a second favourite scene, actually.
Tell me.
Because this is, like, kind of meta. The scene where Spider-Man leaves the hospital and he's kind of amongst the crowd and old mate is causing a diversion to, you know, he puts the Spider-Man mask on and, like, you know, Peter Parker's amongst the crowd and he can, like, see everyone cheering for him and, like, what a nice moment. It was very wholesome. And, like, also, as, like...
Were you tearing up?
I am, because as, like, Tom Holland as well, that's, like, kind of a meta scene, because you don't need to act, because, like, what the people are, how they're responding in that moment is, like, also kind of how they respond to him as an actor, like, what he's brought to the Spider-Man character. Like, if I were the director or whatever for that scene, I would, like, try to, like, not even tell him what was happening in that scene and just be like...
Maybe that's what they did.
That would be cool.
Is he your favourite Spider-Man?
I mean, Tobey Maguire's also good. They're just different. It's just a different energy.
Is Zendaya your favourite MJ?
I think so.
Do you know another MJ?
Yeah, I do. I just can't think of the actress's names.
Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst. And we've got Emma... What's her name?
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone.
No, she plays Gwen Stacy.
Oh, yeah, true. But she's, like, essentially the same role, even though it's MJ versus... But
this guy.
It's the same role, you know?
The love interest.
The love interest, yeah. Can I talk about my other likes?
Oh, of course. I didn't realise you had so many.
I wrote as my likes because, partly based on my impression from the trailer, there were multiple layers to the storyline, which I liked. You know, you got the the evil Jean Grey plotline, you got the MJ plotline. Like there are a few layers, so I appreciated that. I think this movie was very visually appealing. And I think all of the Spider-Man movies have a tendency to be like this because, you know, they're in New York, he's swinging around, whatever.
Okay.
But it's just like some very nice shots.
Aesthetic. And I say this because it contrasts very much with another new release which I've seen recently. The Odyssey.
No. Moana 2. The Moana, live action. In that, there is breathing space. Like when they show a shot of Spider-Man, they don't feel the need to like cut between multiple shots every 3 seconds. He can just be sitting on the edge for 10 seconds and we can just have that shot and just
let it breathe.
Yeah.
Fair
and I like that.
Fair enough. That's why the runtime was so long.
True.
Talk to me about the Aunt May character and her role in this movie.
I think we could have had more varied scenes. Like, I think I get what they were trying to do with cutting back to that particular shot of him in the bedroom and then Jean Grey being him in the bedroom, blah, blah, blah. I get that. But, like, we probably could have shown, like, a few other different bits of her.
Are you surprised that's all it took for Jean Grey to stop her rampage? Was just Aunt May being like, yo, bro, it's okay.
Yeah, that is probably one thing I didn't actually write in my dislikes, but, like, I do think the theme and, like, how they sort of, like, wrapped up some of that bit and, like, the whole bit about the human connection being important for him to maintain his, like, hormone balance, whatever, that could have been, like, resolved a little bit better.
Yeah. Like, imagine being Jean Grey, the Phoenix, and then just some rando just being like, yeah, bro, it's okay.
Fold
and
like
then you're
a
like,
chair.
yeah, you're just, oh yeah, I guess I'll just relax. Come on. Well, let's be realistic here. Jean Grey's going to mess up the base, and we're here for it. Anyway. Sad times. Tell me about the end of the movie.
Oh, yeah?
We're talking once Jean Grey's, she's done. We've got Spider-Man, we've got Ned. Tell me about what happens.
Oh, so he goes into the, whatever it is, a corner shop and he says, does he say something to Ned and Ned recognizes him as the friend who had been at the housewarming party?
Correct. And then?
Well, it's implied that he's gonna, like, reveal his identity, right? They're gonna be pals.
But do you remember what happens?
No.
They go like this.
Oh, they do, that's right, they do the handshake.
That was the cool. Secret handshake, and Ned's like, OMG, Peter? Question. Why didn't they do a scene with MJ instead of Ned?
I think it would have resolved it too much. Like, I think they need to leave it open, because I think it would have felt a bit cheap if they'd been like, just suddenly in the last scene, they're like, oh, actually, they're together now, and she's just randomly sacked off the boyfriend.
You've got to lean into real life. They're a real life couple, allegedly, according to you. So, come on, Disney. I thought you were family friendly.
Yeah, but like, I thought it was realistic in the way that she's been with the boyfriend now for a while, and she doesn't remember him. So why would she just randomly be like, yeah, I'm just going to go with this dude I don't even know? Answer
me this. How does Ned remember Spider-Man but MJ doesn't?
Because of the handshake.
That's ridiculous. Was a handshake all that's required?
Apparently, yes.
Ridiculous. Is it a magic handshake?
Apparently, yes.
This is literally my notes. Did Jean do some magic?
I don't think so.
At least it implies MJ visited Spider-Man in hospital, given the drawing that she did of him and Ned when they were playing with Lego was there. So that's nice. That raises another question I have. Do all the hospital staff know Spider-Man's identity now?
Oh, I'm so glad you brought this up. This was totally on my mind as well. Well, I think they kind of have to, yes, because he literally has the spider suit like draped over the end of the bed, and like all of the.
Maybe the hospital only allowed special people in to do this, the surgery and visit him.
Well, hey, confidentiality. Famous people get treated in
Maybe
hospital.
they all signed NDAs. Or that's actually my... Did they all sign NDAs or get mind wiped like Men in Black style?
Okay.
Tell me, do you have any other comments you would like to add to the D&M podcast? Movie Nights podcast with D&M. Talking about Spider-Man. No Way Home. I mean, Far From Home. I mean, Brand New Day.
No, I mean, no new days. I mean...
They all bloody
New brain cereal.
Spider-Man.
No, my score... So I've written a little side note to this score.
Ooh.
So I said I would have given this movie a higher rating. However, I don't think it has great rewatchability. The reason being...
Fascinating.
The reason being that I think a big part of the suspense in this movie is the fact that you don't know that the evil person is Jean Grey. Like you.
But she's not the evil person.
Well, whatever, the villain that he's trying to conquer. The first part of the movie, all you're seeing is the person take over multiple characters, and a part of your brain is like trying to figure out who could this possibly be.
That is very fair, but goes completely against a comment that I've written, which says huge rewatchability.
Oh, okay, wait, why?
I think just because it's an easy watch. Like, you can just have it on. Like, you don't have to be too serious about it. You just got it on in the background. You're just having a laugh, you know?
Okay, I think it's rewatchable if you're watching it for a kiki. I think it's not rewatchable if you're watching it for, like, a plot twist.
Like, you're not putting it on every week type of thing. But, like, you know, every couple of years, you just chuck on. You just do a Spider-Man marathon. Like, you include it in that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Before you give your ranking, should we give a flash of our official scores of the movies reviewed here on the Movie Nights podcast with D&M?
Yes, I'll put him up on the screen
Here's
now.
a graphic.
Okay, so my score, I feel a bit torn, but I think I'm in the ballpark of I'm happy with the score. I've given it a 7.5.
Whoa, that's a score.
Oh, okay.
That's a score. Do you feel happy with that score?
Yeah.
Have you changed your score since you wrote it down based on the discussion here had on the Movie Nights podcast with D&M?
No.
Because often that does happen here.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll change my score.
Oh, really? Are you changing it up or down?
I'm going to change it slightly down.
Oh, okay.
So my modified ranking of the movie, Spider-Man Brand New Day, starring Tom Holland, starring Zendaya, starring Jean Grey, the Punisher, Scorpion, he's in there, is 8.1.
Oh, wait, what was your score before?
We'll never know.
Oh my gosh, that's a high score.
I have written down it in my notes. I'll read them verbatim for the fans.
Okay. Because you have to remember Project Hail Mary, I don't think you gave more than a 9.5. So that's not a huge leap.
But I probably rewatched this before I rewatched Project Hail Mary.
Wait, why?
Oh, it's just an easy watch. I said overall enjoyable. More lonely and depressing, but felt like something different, which was a nice change. Huge rewatchability. Great acting from all. TBH, Jean was probably the weakest acting.
Okay, fair.
So there you go. And those comments were written straight after I'd seen the movie, so that's how you know it was real.
In terms of our usual category, watch this movie if, when, you know, any similar movies, aside from any of the other Spider-Man movies, are there any other, like, hero movies or whatever that you think have a similar vibe to this one?
Similar vibe to this one. It's a bit depressing. Oh, I need to have a think.
I think even though it has a darker tone, I didn't walk out feeling depressed, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I see what you mean. Where's one where they're just on the ropes the whole time? There's got to be something. Just they're always just getting slogged. They're just you put me on the spot, even though I know that's a category in this podcast.
Well, I was just going to say, I think that Spider-Man occupies a unique space in this because
he can kind of just do whatever he wants.
Yeah, but I just think in terms of hero movies, like, there's not many that, you know, have this sort of, I don't know, charisma or, you know, the energy that it has. I don't think there's any other hero movies that have this same energy.
Iron Man?
Well, here's the thing. With Spidey, he has shown his vulnerabilities, whereas with Iron Man, he generally does not show his vulnerabilities. And that...
Oh, that's definitely a good comparison. I just can't think of it.
Okay.
But yes.
If it comes to us, we will leave it in the show notes.
I will start the next episode with my comments. Speaking of next episode, Micah, what do you think we should review next?
Are we doing Moana 2? Or Moana live action?
You saw that movie and I did not. I would be happy for you to give me a bit of a lecture about the movie and I'll say why I'm so glad I didn't watch it.
Do you want me to go into that now?
I think in a separate episode here on the Movie Nights podcast with DNM.
Okay.
But really, what's a movie that we've been yearning to watch?
Well, I think one of the next things is going to have to be Fantastic Beasts because the people have been asking for it and there aren't really
That
any...
is not the answer I was wanting.
I don't know what you were wanting.
If you don't say the name of the movie, I'm going to watch it myself this weekend.
Oh, I will watch it with you, but I don't know what you're saying.
I will be watching the following movie myself this weekend.
Oh, Odyssey.
The Odyssey.
Yeah.
It's just...
Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
IMAX. Huge cast.
Huge cast. Oh, brother. I've heard good things, which is going to be interesting. I think if we do end up going to see that together, will all the reviews that I've heard from dozens of people that I've spoken to, oversell it? I think it might. But I'm keen to see it. Just got to find the time. Maybe I'll go see it and then you'll go see it by yourself at some point. Because maybe that's the only way we go and see this movie.
Fair.
But we got to see Spider-Man, which was nice.
Shall we wrap this up?
Yes. Is there anything else you need to address? Have we got any comments from the fans?
We haven't received any further fan mail, so if you would like to leave us some,
please for the love of God, leave a comment.
The ways to find us are on Instagram at Movie Nights Podcast, on YouTube at Movie Nights Podcast with DM, and where can you find us on the podcast streaming apps?
On Pocket Cast.
Correct. Where else?
Apple Music, Apple Podcasts.
Yes, correct. Where else?
Spotify.
Yes, amazing.
Follow for more.
Perfect.
This has been your boy
Dion. And you go, Micah.
Micah. That's right. Just like we rehearsed.
Perfect.
Until next time.
Bye.
Good